Hello, how you guys doing? James here. Hope you're doing well. I have something that had a crazy dream this morning, and it's about this guy. He's been on YouTube for a minute. Name is Dennis Spurling. He's an attorney, and I'm gonna let you hear 5 minutes of him, uh, it, what his speech was, and then I'm gonna give you what my dream about Dennis Spurling was. Okay, let's.
Black people. And that's another thing. You white folks out there, you done decided I got money. I know why I voted for Trump. I know darn well why I voted for Trump. My life is gonna be great. Yeah, I might have to dodge a little racism every now and then, speak a little nicer to the police. Hey officer, how are you? Roll all the windows down. But I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna make money. My children are gonna go to some good schools, they're gonna make money. We're gonna come out of this very well off. Period. Be straight. But why did you poor whites vote against your own interests? Trump is putting farmers out of business, putting tariffs on people. Y'all gonna struggle, as they say in the hood. Y'all about to suffer. All because you wanted to align yourself with the rich white folk, because you have aspirations one day of being a rich white billionaire yourself. They wouldn't spit on you if you was on fire. They've been playing y'all for 400 years. White folks, they said, come on over here and align with us on some white folk stuff, and then we'll let you talk down to the N-words. But like I said earlier, if you want to hold me down, you got to get in the ditch with me. And obviously holding black folk down did not work very well for you, because we are up. In fact, you got to look up to talk down to us at this point as we ride by in our nice cars and go to our nice clean HBCUs. You got these folk that just had you burning hot when you see them with their nice billionaire, millionaire status, getting this award. Beyonce done messed around and won the country award, and they got some white dude that's suing her to try to get her country award back. Like as if it wasn't descended from the blues. Somebody typed Lead Belly in the chat room. Oh, Black Betty, bam a lamb. Oh, Black Betty, bam a lamb. Yeah. Come on, man.
What you drawing? My new friends. They live in my closet.
I wanted to start with it. So it was this morning. I woke up about 6:30 this morning, and in the midst of waking up in a dream, it said of attorney. I had a dream of attorney Dennis Spurling. He was riding on this bus, and he was he was in a heated argument with somebody, and what it was with somebody, and he did, and some guy got up in his face, and it came blow to blows and everything, and so um, it was really weird. So the guy, I don't tried to charge at him, and Dennis took he did some kind of jiu-jitsu move, and he tossed the guy, and he said, "Yeah, go ahead, come on, what you gonna do?" And he picked this other person up, and he was mad, and at somebody, and then there was another person he got into an argument with, and it was really strange, man. And people had to tell him to calm down, man. And I don't know, some other dude said something to him. He said, "What you say? What you say? Look, you know." And he said, "I'll come over and whoop your behind too." It was, and and I don't. It was really strange. It was a really bizarre dream. But I just had to show you what he looked like. Yeah, it said on this paper it was a heated argument with the guy, and he did it just to move under attack. And one person said something, and he got angry over it, and another guy had to tell him to calm down. And it was weird that in this one part of the video, dream, where these white guys were like parole officers. They was in like regular uniform, and they were, and I don't know if he was in somewhere in the dream where he was arguing, and I don't know if they mistaken him for one of the people that they told him to calm down, or they was going to arrest him. but they were arresting these people, and he said, "Hey man, what the hell?" Da, 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 da. And the guy said, "If you don't do this, we're gonna arrest you too. We're gonna arrest you." So I don't know what that dream was really about, man. It was really, really bizarre. But and I'm not no prophet or anything or kind of person to come on talking about dreams or whatever. But it was really, really weird. That was the strangest dream. And I don't know if the men that he did it, I don't know if it was at his home, but it's like these men were related to him. I remember one part of the dream, he said, "You gonna disrespect me?" And one of them were crying. I mean, he was just, ooh, he was off the hook, this time. And it was like, wow, man, like, why this guy is going off? That someone disrespect him, whatever. And I mean, he took it to a whole. And he's probably not the type of guy that's like that just go around jumping on people or someone. But it was in a situation where it was so bad that he was excuse me he was throwing people. And I'm like, man, this dude, he was crazy. And it was not this intro song that it was a tune in the dream. Before he made that for his intro, the other intro he had, that song was in my head in the dream, and then his face popped up, and it was really strange. And it was like it took it to a scenario, and I don't know, was that his home or something. And I don't know, somebody get disrespect at his home. I don't know, with some friends or relatives, but this man, he said, "You gonna respect me in my home?" And I don't know, one of them said, "Come here, come here." It was like, it was wild. I'm trying to grasp what I saw in that dream. It was really weird. I mean, it was the strangest dream. I don't know, it's something that already happened or something about to happen. But every once in a while, and maybe it's probably just some plain old dream, but it's weird how you have dreams about something. You don't really be thinking about somebody. Then he's like, why this person come across my mind in a dream? I don't think about them all like that. But this case with him, I mean, this was a dream, like he was like a bull. He was like a bull. And he definitely in the dream, he know how to defend himself, because he was doing some black belt jiu-jitsu move, because he does do. I see him in with his sons with the in that karate garment. So that's what made me. And you should have seen it in the dream. It like he picked this person up and he did some, how jiu-jitsu people, he did boom, and the whole person, their whole body went up in the air. They were on the ground like this. And the next person, and he said, "Say something now." So, I mean, that was the most, when you're trying to speak of what you saw, it's like, what, and then it's like it take you to a scene, and it take you to another scene, and it was weird with the guys that were arresting, these white guys in these plain clothes were arresting people. They got off they were heading to these bars or restaurants, whatever, and all of a sudden you see these white guys come out of nowhere with these plain clothes on. They just had like khaki, like detective, like they just dressed ordinary. They didn't have on no military uniform. They just whatever parole officers, probation officers, plain clothes men like that. They were arresting these men, and I don't know. Dennis was in the area, and he was about trying to talk to the guy, and he got in a heated confrontation, and the guy said, "If you don't get out of our face, we're gonna arrest you too." It was really bizarre, but yeah, I wrote the rest of the dream down, but I was trying to find it. But yeah, I don't. But I just thought I had to show you who I was talking about, and it was really strange. I don't know if that's a significant or something about to come, or he's about to get into a confrontation, or something's about to come his way. It's just, or maybe it's just a dream, and maybe it's just something that just, the mind just entertains. But it's weird how I had a dream about some people before, and it was a spiritual dream, and it was these guys that in the Hebrew community, and the Lord showed me a long time ago that I guess that they belong to Him, and that was the guys from this was about 2 or 3 years ago. They call so Rebirth, and you see the two guys that's in there, and that dream was really strange because it's like it was all these people coming in there to sit down. So the guys from Rebirth had these people come down, and they went in this waiting room. They had people in the waiting room, and they sat on the couch, and they were praying. And I remember the dream, and I came in the room, and they offered me some fruit or some vegetable or some like a dinner or something like that in a dream, and so they just told me to sit here and wait. I'm like, okay, and that dream was something really strange because at the same time, after I get done waiting, for some reason in the dream where I was positioned in the dream, these 3 men were coming down the steps, and I can tell they were angels. They were just anybody know what angels, because I said these were 3. Obviously, they were 3 white men were walking with like white garments down these steps. And so the one man stopped. The 2 kept going. The 2 angels, which I believe they were angels, because the 3rd one stopped. He noticed I looked at him, and he stared at me, and I stared at him in mystery, and he stared at me. I stared at him again, mystery, and I was like, "What's going on?" And he never responded, and he just smiled and just kept on going, and it's like, and it's weird because some people say that angels talk to them in a dream. I do believe angels relay a message, but sometimes I think certain angels just, it's a mystery that they'll appear in your dream and don't say nothing. And later on, you have to ask God, "What was that? Your angels in my dream? How come the angel didn't say nothing? He just stared at me in the dream. In his waiting room, and the guys from Rebirth had them just sit in the room, and it was like a room full of people, and that was about back in 2020. Was it? I think I wrote down somewhere 2025. But yeah, that was the second time I had a dream about somebody, but that was on a spiritual. It's a spiritual thing behind that, and I'm a kind of person. I'm not like one of these people that come to YouTube and say, the Lord showed me this and the Lord showed me that. I mean, this last dream that about Dennis Spurling, it could have been something. It might not have meant anything, but I just thought it was weird that he was like he was angry. He was angry like a bull. I mean, he was mad. It started in his home, and then it was in another location. And I don't know, someone said something to him. That man, he picked and slammed somebody. It was crazy. And then these people were getting arrested. Whoever these men were, and he was with one of the men, and he got to the confrontation with the guys, and one of the guys in the plain clothes said, "We'll arrest you too." And that was the end of the dream. But anyway, So it probably wasn't really anything bizarre. So don't take what you will out of it, you know. But this is nothing against him. This is nothing. I guess I don't do videos about him. In fact, he has a good insight on. He's pretty fair and balanced about different topics and everything. He got his own opinion, but this is not. If you ever come across, this is not an attack against you, but it's just if there's someone that he know, it's not an attack against him. It's just something that it's just an unusual, strange dream. I don't know if it's prophetic. I don't know if it's something that happened already. I'm not that. I don't know what it is, but I just thought it's just really weird that you. And then it's weird because the intro started. His intro that he had before, not that intro when he plays it. You know, and his song, whoever's singing about his song, when it's put his name in the video, the singer put his name, and then all of a sudden, boom, there his face was, and it took you right to the scene. It's weird how dreams do that sometimes. It's like 1 minute you hear the dream, next minute you hear the dream, and you sit back and you witnessing this stuff. You're like, what the heck is this supposed to mean? But yeah, so you know, just one of those things. But don't worry, I'm not gonna be one of those people that's gonna be coming to the line and saying, "Oh, the Lord." You know, I've seen some people online say that they dream every day. God's showing them something, or let them know about something. I'm not one of those kind of people that do that. So, but I just thought it was something that when I woke up this morning, I said, I gotta write this down. And this is something strange. And it's usually you get those kind of dreams when you on an empty stomach. You know, it's almost like you're on a fast or something. I think fasting has something to do with that. That I think when you're in a stupor, lay down, sleep, and you haven't ate anything, or you fasted for a certain amount of time, I believe that's true. The Lord comes in, you know, or things start happening, or He'll show you a vision or something. And sometimes the enemy can come in and show you some things too. So that's why I said you have to weigh that dream out. But all right then, guys. I didn't want to make this too long, but yeah, this dream was about Attorney Dennis Spurling. So I don't know what is it something. Is it something that's going on, or something about to come, or what's going on in his life? But I guess maybe pray for him. You know, that's the best thing I can say. Pray for him if you're a person that's a believer in the Most High God, in Jesus' name. So yeah. This is probably something. And again, the dream could, you know how dreams is. It could be something just, you know. But it's just weird that you recognize somebody in a dream, you know. And it's like, wow, then you see them acting out like that, you know. All right, then, take care. Be blessed. See you on the next video. Like and subscribe. But hey, yeah. So whatever going on with Mr. Attorney Dennis, just keep him up in your prayers. Take care. Be blessed. See you on the next video. Bye.